Today, I'm very excited to dive into Niagen Bioscience, formerly known as Chromadex, ticker NAGE. Now, if we flash back a year ago to March of 2024, we covered this stock going into earnings. The market cap was 120 million, and over the past year, we've seen it reach over a $1 billion valuation, currently sitting at around 715 million market cap. Now, when we look at the shares outstanding, it's been relatively unchanged for the past 3-4 years. Tight cap structure, very impressive that the business has never needed to dilute, go to the street and raise capital. Now, as we look at the cash position, they are cash flow positive here, over $122 million on the books. That's over double from where I covered it in March. And we also see the operating cash flow quarterly is almost 8 million. It's roughly a 3.5x from where we were in March of 2024. So just off these numbers, you already know that this is an impressive company without even looking at the chart, without having to do much more digging. The institutional side, we see all of the major players coming to the game here, really adding aggressively on the last quarter rebalance. BlackRock and Vanguard almost accounting for 10% of the company combined. And that's how you know this is a legitimate business. It took months or even years to get that public recognition to really see the big size. And now finally it is paid out. I don't believe this run is anywhere near from being over. I do believe all-time highs are in sight. The trajectory that the company's on, the growth and the consistency from a fundamental standpoint is very impressive. We saw the last quarter revenue over 30 million. It's 37.6% year-over-year growth. The margins, 63.4%. I have not seen a quarter that has been this high. I don't know how long it goes back. Definitely at least a 2 to 3 year high minimum. May even be all-time high. I have to check. But very positive if you're a shareholder here. This has been an easy ride since last March to really watch this company grow and develop into a household name. Very impressive. And of course, the net income here we see is positive. The EPS is at an all-time high here. It's all great stuff. Okay, balance sheet, we see no long-term debt, which I mentioned every single video. Analysts love to scrutinize biotech specifically as they're going into FDA phase 1, 2, and 3. There's always going to be a lot of debt, and that's something that they always harp on. That's why I mention it. It's a really solid point. So the fact that the company doesn't really have any long-term outstanding liabilities is a net positive here. They have a lot of cash, very strong market cap, massive growth in the stock. 4 analyst ratings here on a 1-year time frame. The low end is $9.60. The median target $13.50, which is around a 49% upside, and the high end target 23, which is over 154%. I personally believe this stock is on trajectory to smash all-time highs within the next 12 to 24 months. This has been nothing but growth and success from a fundamental standpoint. This is an easy hold, as I mentioned, from a shareholder perspective. Sit back, kick your feet up, let the company do what it does best, okay? And that comes with great management and leadership to really believe and trust in the name. If you're a shareholder, if you're someone that has been along for the ride, let me know again how you're feeling in the section below. But I want to take a quick peek at the chart here. I do think it is very interesting the way it's setting up. And the main thing that I would look for here, I always want to zoom out on either a weekly or a monthly frame so I can really get the big picture. I don't want to get caught up in the day-to-day basis. So if I'm on a monthly here, we could see just how incredible this is from, around 120. I think we gave it out maybe 150, 160, somewhere in that range. The stock ran about 900% and it's still up about 470% roughly from where we called it out back in March. Okay, so this definitely has a lot more juice left, and I want to zoom in on a few levels here. The first that's really standing out to me would be somewhere at that 772 range. We'll make it 775 for the clean number here. I want to label that on the right. Then we'll zoom in on the weekly here. See how that coincides. Looks really good. The close there, 772. That's perfect. So we see a very common top where it sort of struggled at the end of 2024. Same thing, beginning of this year, had a monster breakout. And what we see very commonly is we will break out and retest this old liquidity in this range where orders weren't filled yet, just kind of back testing previous resistance and hopefully turning it into a floor or now support. And it's possible that we don't have to trade down to that range. I just want to make a note of it as well. And we could even see it come all the way up here to about $9. So if I was to sort of put a box in a range, maybe somewhere here would be a good time as the price is sort of trading between, 870, 880 and all the way down to 775. Let's just use that as a dollar range. 775 to 875, that is the area which you want to accumulate. And we saw that previously right in this zone, right? We had a really big breakout. It came back, it retested, and sort of consolidated. So it would not be a bad thing if we repeat that same process. We have a really nice breakout, we come down, and then we sort of consolidate somewhere in this area. Maybe, have a move like this that follows for earnings. Okay. Now, again, this is just being optimistic, but technically, this is what we like to see is sort of break out, retest that structure, and then continue higher. If we hold above 775, for me personally, my outlook is going to be bullish from a technical perspective. Okay. Keep it very short and simple there. I don't need to overcomplicate anything. I don't even think it's necessary to make the technicals overcomplicated. In the end of the day, it all comes down to the fundamentals. Is the company going to execute going into Wednesday? From my perspective, I've seen consistent growth, so I'm going to believe in management. Hopefully, they get the job done, and we could see a really nice push back to around $11 to $12. That's where I would like to see pretty quick. So in that case, you could see very fast, maybe 35, 40% upside if it starts to get some legs. Typically, that's the average volatility for moves around 30 to 40%. So I just want to be conservative. I don't want to oversell, underperform at all. I'm not saying it's going to go right back to 15 instantly, but I do think long-term trend going into the end of the year, we have a very good case to break out and actually make a higher high of this run, which was 1469. So overall, you have to expect, a multitude of different things. It's profit taking. It's people that have been involved in the stock for a very long time. Just zoom out. Imagine you've been holding this 2022, 23, and you've just been accumulating at a dollar. I mean, this thing is up tremendous, right? All the way at the top was almost 900%. So at some point, it's not a bad thing for people to take some skin off to secure their investment, let the rest go for free. And also, there's going to be now new opportunities and people looking to add to this position now that we've had a nice cool off from the top about 40%. All right. So that is my breakdown on Niagen Bioscience, ticker NAGE, formerly Chromadex. The ticker was CDXC. Very impressive overall. I can't say enough good things about this company. This is the exact template that you want your stock to model after. Now, if you're making money with us, if you're enjoying this content, head to our website at avidcapital.co/discord, where you could join our private server where we call out stocks like this that run almost 1,000%. We do options, live trading, full market analysis, everything from penny stocks, biotech, small caps, even to trading and investing in crypto. We love new members. We want to welcome everyone there. avidcapital.co/discord. Short, simple, to the point. Niagen Bioscience, NAGE earnings is Wednesday. Please keep it on your watch list. Come back after in the comment section. Let me know how it went for you. And again, if you've been holding this name for a long time, I would love to hear your opinions in the section below. Again, guys, have a fantastic night. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.